Post-traumatic stress disorder is a disorder that is a result of trauma. Trauma itself doesn't necessarily mean that someone is going to develop PTSD. We all experience traumatic events at certain points in our lives. The way to recover from traumatic events is to reach out for support and to process the event emotionally and cognitively as well. PTSD develops when an individual is unable to process an event, whether it's because the event is severely traumatic for them or they've experienced many traumas within their life or their career. And so eventually the body and the brain will develop barriers to experiencing life to its fullest, meaning they begin to develop symptoms of PTSD. Some of these symptoms can include re-experiencing the event through memories, avoidance of certain situations, certain places, even memories, blaming oneself or blaming the world for events, and also anxiety responses like the startle response, being startled by loud noises, or inability to fall asleep, or being startled awake in the middle of the night. Those are just some symptoms of PTSD. And depression is a mood disorder. It can also be a result of a situational stressor. So someone can be diagnosed with depression, or it can be a result of some stressor in their environment that is causing them to have a low mood. Some of the symptoms that are included in depression are low motivation, fatigue, and less interest or no interest in activities that they used to enjoy. And PTSD and depression sometimes are kind of go hand in hand, meaning that depression is one of the symptoms that people may experience when they're diagnosed with PTSD. I like to explain it as, in terms of PTSD and depression and anxiety, is that they feel very similar within the body. And so the analogy that I like to use in therapy is it's like they're best friends walking along the street holding hands. You see one, you usually see the other as well. They kind of play off of each other. Processing in general means creating a meaning for oneself of what happened in an event. When I say create a meaning, it doesn't mean accepting what happened as normal in any way, but allowing oneself to experience the emotions of the event. And that can be difficult if we don't have the ability, whether it's because we don't know how, or because we're in an environment that doesn't give us the opportunity to sit down and acknowledge the emotions we have about a certain event. And as more time passes, the more difficulty we have accessing those emotions. They actually transform to other emotions like guilt and shame, which make it very difficult to even think about the traumatic event at that point.